Good morning. I hope you guys are well today. Oh boy, it's been a time. And then I realized yesterday, for the first 2.5 minutes, while I was telling my story about Benjamin, my cat, biting the crap out of me, oh, my mic was muted. So I will retell the story very quickly. My cat, Benjamin, he is new to, since we moved here, seeing cats out the window. So he never saw cats before, really. Except for when he was a bitty kitten, he saw one cat outside, and it was a lost cat. Anyway, so he bit me really badly on Monday morning at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. Anyway, I was asleep, and he apparently was hyper focused looking outside, and I must have accidentally hit him in my, or touched him in my sleep, which when he's looking outside and hyper focused, I wouldn't normally do. I would not. So I touched him. He grabbed my finger here with his claw, and my initial reaction obviously was to pull away, which when I'm awake, I don't pull away. I just let him do his thing because that hurts a lot less. And, cats are cats. Things happen. They have their own minds. And so anyway, I pulled away, which apparently pulled him off his shelf. And upon landing, which was on me, he bit and attacked the closest thing, which was right here, my arm. And so Monday, things looked fine until about 6 p.m. and my arm started, this spot on my arm, it started swelling pretty bad and turning red and hot. And so I was like, dang, okay, so we're keeping track of the swelling and everything. And then at 10 p.m., it kind of felt like I needed to squish it a little bit, and so it had pus in it. I know, TMI, a little gross, but I decided that the following morning I would go to the urgent care, and so I went to urgent care yesterday morning. I got myself a tetanus shot and some antibiotics, and so after Benjamin bit me, so all that whole biting situation, it happened in mere milliseconds that I haven't experienced before. Benjamin has bit my husband before. This whole hyper focus on the outside redirected aggression thing that happens now with Benjamin, now that he can see outside into the world. Hey Tim, Ridge Life. So that happened. He bit me. I didn't even realize he bit me because my finger was hurting really bad. This still hurts a little bit, but not too bad. And then he must have realized who he was biting, because he stopped immediately and ran to the end of the couch and was like, oh my God. He was hissing and spitting and everything. And it was kind of a crazy little situation. And I was looking at him because I was asleep. I was looking at him and I was like, what just happened? And he did not know. He was not there. This was not his fault. Not my fault. It was when cats get on this hyper focus thing, they aren't themselves. They're not even inside their own body. They don't know what's going on. And so it only took him a few seconds to get out of this trance thing that he was in. And he walked over to me, and I'm still laying there trying to figure out what the heck just happened. And he walked over to me and he started rubbing on my hand and stuff. And so he felt really bad and I felt really bad. And it was a whole a sleep scenario kind of for both of us. So anyway, going to the doctor was fine. I'm fine. Benjamin's fine. While this whole kind of redirected aggression thing is new for him, it's not new since we've been here. And it's kind of understandable since he's never experienced seeing stray cats and stray non-neutered intact cats or anything before. And so poor guy, this is probably really probably upsetting for him on the inside. And we do our best to manage the situation. Dan has stopped allowing him on his desk. It's all right, MT Homestead. I just, it happens. Animals have their own mind, and I don't hold it against him or anything. I still pick him up and I in his belly, and he still loves me. And I've actually never been bit like that by a cat before, but so the injury, it looks so much better. So this red mark, this it's bruised a little bit, I think, but this was red here, like this big. And this is one tooth and two tooth, and this I think went really deep. It's still a little hard, but since starting the antibiotics yesterday, this is no longer giant. It's a little bit warm still to the touch, but just go to the doctor if you get bit by a cat, any cat, even your own cat. And with Dan being bit before, I thought I was going to be fine because it never got infected for him. But we're each our own bodies. So yeah, that was a whole thing, and it was interesting. I thought maybe like most of you who might be visiting me today don't know that I used to have a farm, and I had a donkey, and he was like almost the size of a horse. And so he was large, and I startled him one time, and he grazed my shoulder with his back foot, kicking at me because I startled him. And then I was like super wary of him and like his surroundings and what I'm doing. But with Benjamin, not wary at all. No, we're good. We're still besties. And so anyway, he's sitting. I keep looking over because he's sitting on his kitty shelf and he's just asleep. So anyway, that's the whole story, and that took a lot longer to talk about than I thought it would be. But I'm really glad I switched doctors here. The urgent care I went to yesterday was a lot faster than the one I went to last year. And they kept apologizing for taking so long, but they weren't taking long, in my opinion. And I brought my iPad and everything. So what we're doing today is we're going to continue coloring our page from A Frog's Tale. But before I do that, I want to let you know, if you are interested in receiving occasional, hopefully monthly, free coloring pages, I linked above for you to subscribe to my email list, and this is going to be the first one that I release, and I just finished this and I'm so excited. It's so freaking cute. So goldfish in jars, I don't know, they're adorable, and I can't wait to color it myself. It'll probably be the next thing I color. Okay, other than that, I have linked for you the subscribe page. I also linked where you can find me on the web, and I recently opened a Ko-fi account, and so I have a Ko-fi page at Coffee. I'm sure, I don't know how it's talked about, but I can share stuff, and so like digital stuff on there too. So anyway, if you want to follow me, if that's a thing that you do, go ahead, follow me there. So onward. So this is the book we're coloring out of by R.J. Hampson, and I just love his work. And yes, so we are keeping track of colors we're using from a book I published. You can find that on my links. This is from the color swatches for the color Obsessed. So you can cut these out like I do out of the book, and I keep track of colors and I swatch my coloring supplies. Okay, so here we are, and I said I was going to think about colors, and I didn't think about colors, and then I said I was going to think about colors when I posted this, and I didn't really think about colors. I did decide I'm going to do the gray pants. I think that's really the best way to go. Okay. Yeah, that's all the thought process I got because my brain is all over the place all the time. So, okay, we're going to figure out what we're going to color next. And I brought my lunch shake, so that's a thing that you'll probably hear me shaking up. So here's the color swatches from, we're using the Color colored pencils, the 300 set. And so we are, that's the macaron set. We're not using that today. But yeah, we must decide. Oh boy. So I don't really want to introduce a whole bunch of new colors. So I'm really going to look at what I've used already. And yeah. Okay, I'm going to take my face off this here now so we can focus on what we're doing. Okay. I had to take a nice good drink of my shake. All right, so I did not decide on the bird. Oh my gosh. Well, you know, an English robin probably would be the best. It probably has the most cohesive sort of colors. If we pick him to be an English robin, I was kind of hoping to do like a western or eastern bluebird, but I don't think that will be the best choice. So as you know, if you've been here, I like to look up reference images. I think it's the best way to go myself. And so I'm going to pull up a page here so we can look up what exactly a English robin looks like. So, you know, it's a thing that we do. So that's what page I have open for the cruise ship schedule for Frederiksted. Okay, so English robin. Oh, gosh, they are so cute, aren't they? All right. Let's pick one that looks pretty bright. And it's going to match, so we can use some more reddish orange on him, which will look good. And we'll look at this guy here. Open image in new tab, not link. All right, so here's our teeny tiny little robin that we will be looking at to reference for coloring our teeny tiny little robin here. Gosh, they're adorable, aren't they? Now, we basically already have these colors within our, you know, what colors we've used already. So I'm going to look here and decide. We'll do $30, and we'll do like $241. If I can find where everything is. $30. It's probably the worst. I should, you know what? I say this every time. I should think about this ahead of time, and I never do. So I want a little bit lighter than 30. So I'll probably take, I think, 297 would be a good way to go. I think that's in the brown section. I'm getting pretty good at finding these colors. Okay, and then we got some gray, blue gray, which we don't have in here. So I do want to pick something that will match that. And we don't really have that in our grays, but let's look at our blue colors here, because we may have something like 296 might work well. And that's in the blue section. And then we want some dark gray, light gray, and we'll pull out what we have used here already. So it looks like Looks like some warm gray would be nice. Some 194. If I can find it. I see 193. I don't see 194. Sorry. 194 should be between 178 and 193. Oh, do I have it out already? No. Where is it? Where does it live? It's missing. Oh my goodness. How does this happen? I don't even know. Okay, so we'll skip 194 for now because I don't know where the heck it went. I didn't pull it out. Oh my goodness gracious. I know everybody left now because I'm lame. Oh, 194 got misplaced. Okay, here we are. And then we want to get a lighter brown, and so we're going to grab 287 as well. Okay, so this is going to be our... Okay, I take that back. I need a little bit more blue up in here. And I'm looking at what we've used already. And you know what? 91 just might work for some blue highlights. Okay. So I was talking to some people earlier that came in from my old world, my old homesteading world, farm studying world. They were over on YouTube. So I'm not live right now on YouTube and Facebook. But, okay, so I'm going to zoom in for you a little bit. We're going to work on this little robin. Sorry, hold on to your hats. Okay, this thing is kind of hard to move. Okay, so try to stay in the world here. So this little robin, should we start out? Let's start out with the orange. So I got my Prismacolor Scholar Sharpener, which is my favorite handheld one. Oh, and we're just going to go ahead and go in with a light color of the orange for this sweet babe. And then I'm going to take some artistic license and bring it up since he does have it on his face. Bring it up like so. And then we'll use some of this 297. Hey, iron yellow. So I think I said we're using the colored pencils today. And, you know, I find myself, even though I've always been like a Prismacolor girl, I find myself reaching for other colored pencils. And I think for coloring, I think it's because I like them to be translucent and not opaque. The Prismacolor pencils, when you use their lighter colors and you draw over the black lines, it kind of covers the black line a little bit, and I don't really like that look. So, yeah, that's a thing. Okay. What are we doing? Okay, let's grab a little bit of this red. And our light is coming from this direction, so there's not going to be a lot of shadow on his chest. But we'll add in a little bit of red on the edges here. And if we look at Little Robin's feet, I'm just going to put, even though his legs aren't really red, I'm going to put a little bit of red in his legs. And then that will be interesting base for the gray and such that we use. So I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add some more red to this because I want it to more closely match the reds we've got going on in the page itself. So we're doing some little bit of interesting lines here to give it a little bit of definition. Back to the orange. We're kind of blending that around. Then back to that 297, or that orange is actually called pumpkin yellow, which is 030 of the color pencils. Excuse me. And I'm making this guy a little bold because it seems like it should be a somewhat focus of the page because he is kind of interacting. He's looking directly at, you know, the frog, Mr. Fogarty. He is stinking adorable. Okay, so now we're going to grab, what color was it? Oh, inky gray, which is 296. And so we're looking at where we have the blue on this little cutie. And we're going to lightly put it in because it's kind of a blue-gray. Not a lot of blue, but we're going to add a little bit more blue to it. Oh, you know, I was trying to research how, oh, you know what? Hold on. I need to put do not disturb on my phone. Sorry. Hold on. I just want to put it on. Whatever. Okay. There we go. Now, we won't get weird interruptions from phone calls or whatever. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh gosh, I don't remember. I wish someone was here to remind me what I was just literally saying. I have no idea what I was saying just now. Okay, so here's the blue. We decided the Violet Lake, which is 091. We're going to add in some more blue, like highlights, because birds are cool and they have all kinds of different colors in them. And this kind of, it will also bring in a little bit of other colors, you know, from this. I don't know if we'll ultimately be able to tell, but we're doing this in good faith. Do you think we should do color along for my little goldfish page? Oh. I don't know. I know, like some people really want to color in my Caribbean sea life page. I just don't want to. Oh, it's so much work, and I put so much work into it. I like never want to look at it again. I know, it's weird. So we're taking this inky gray 296 and we're kind of bringing it along the little body here. And covering where he has most gray. Little cute poop. I'm going to add this also to his beak. So I'm kind of like blending, trying to blend together the inky gray and the blue highlights we just did. Now, I'm definitely going to run out of room on my color swatch keeper. I'll probably use the back instead of like a new page. Okay, so then we have, this was lamp brown, and it was kind of our dark warm gray color, and we're going to put that, we're going to look at our little image, and we notice that the dark gray brown is kind of like at the top of him, the bird. I'm going to try and blend that together with what we got going on here. Adorable. I'm coloring over the little blue highlights a little bit to calm them down and kind of blend it together. Now, let's take this ice gray, 287, and we're going to put that in where he looks white. And we're going to blend together the blues and the little gray we put in. And we're going to go ahead and do that on top as well. I'm going to give him a little bit of dimension. So now we're kind of using this ice gray 287 as kind of a blender. Soften the grays a little bit and blends them together. What a sweet little guy. I'm going over kind of everything a little bit. Now we have to finish his little feet, and I'm just doing a light layer of that lamp brown. And I think I'll also add little bit of this iron yellow to the top, like so. This, I'm kind of taking some artistic license for the colors of his little toots. Then I'm going to grab this ice gray again, and I'm going to just kind of blend them together. There. So there's our precious little English robin. And now we're going to work on Mr. Fogarty. So what I want to do is really take into consideration what he's wearing already and what the artist colored him as. And I don't always do that, but I think some of the elements that we have for him, like I really like the pants, that color, and I really like how the snail is colored. And so I'm going to kind of emulate that in a way. We got to put away, we got to mark down these colors real quick. So, oh no, the pencil just broke. Hold on, I'm going to use my electric sharpener to sharpen it. So I'm going to mute this real quick. Because it is like the worst, one of the worst sounds. So, okay, so we are keeping track of colors used, mostly not for myself. Done, done, done. Sorry, I'm a little bit off the screen here because I got too much stuff on my desk. So what have you guys been up to this week? For me, I mean, obviously, I already told you about my cat bite story and going to the doctor and all that. But other than that, I should have went and picked up my wedding ring yesterday. But I didn't feel like going anywhere after going to the doctor, so I just came home. And yeah, it's just like, sometimes I really can only do like one thing at a time. It's kind of frustrating, but that's just like my life. And I mean, not one thing at a time, but like one thing a day, one major thing. And I wish it wasn't like that, but like it especially if I go and like see people, it can be really rough for me. Oh, I think I put 194 in the wrong spot. Or no, lamp round's here. And I think, I don't know where to go. Whatever, I don't know. It's whatever. Okay, so now we're going to work on his pants. And I think I kept these out because I wanted to use those colors. So I kind of like how warm these colors are. So I got 194. I did want 190 as well. If I can find it. And these are for his pants currently. And I think I also will grab 286, which is a cool gray. And I think that'll be nice what all are we showing here? His buckle's not showing. Oops. And I'll probably give him a red bow tie because obviously it should be red. I don't know, because it should. Okay, so we got 190, which is a light brownish gray. It says sharpen. And we're going to lightly color in where we want our colored stripes here. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make sense. Whatever. I'll just go like that. It's one thing that frustrates me with some coloring pages is like they forgot to make sure everything made sense or lines connected where they should. But, I mean, we can make it work, but I wish I didn't have to. So, on the front cover, his pants down here are the same color as his stripes. So, there. And we're going to remember that the light is coming from this direction, and we're going to put in some shadows. Hello, hello. Be sure to say hello in the comments if you're popping in. I'd love to have your company. Oops. So we're adding some shadow in the stripes. Hey, thanks, Irene. I hope you're well. Do you have this coloring book? It is so nice. I love it. It's probably like my favorite. And I think you can see it, but I don't think you were here earlier. So I just want to say that I'm going to be releasing a freebie coloring page very soon. I put the link in the chat or in the comments of signing up for my email list so you can get one of those freebie coloring pages. I'm really excited about it. It's a really cute goldfish. And I did share it on the live earlier. So if you get time later and you want to see like the whole live, be sure to go back and watch that. But I don't want to backtrack too much because I'm really hoping we finish this page today. So try and stay focused. I'm a really slow colorer. And so like I end up getting kind of tired of what I'm coloring, and that kind of stinks, you know, but it's my life. Okay, so I was going to use the 287 Ice Gray as shadow in the light colored stripes. I've got way too much stuff on my desk. Struggling. The space of his body will probably be in shadow. Okay. And we're using 190 for his main sort of stripes here. and we used 194. We're using Color colored pencils today. We used 194 as the shadow. Ooh, what color do you guys think we should do the picnic blankets and the cover of this picnic basket? Oh gosh, I just don't even know. So I had to do some artistic license here and pull this stripe over because maybe I picked the wrong, like maybe this stripe would have been actually hidden and not this one. And then anyway, I made decisions and I'm not sure I agree with my own decisions, but it's over and done with. Then we grabbed this dusky gray 286 to be kind of like the main light color of his little pant stripes. And I'm barely coloring here. I just want it not to be stark white. So I want it to look a little bit more vintage than like brand new white clothing. And we already did some shadow with the other color, which was 287. We didn't get here. I'm going back to the lamp brown and I'm going to add a little bit more dark shadows. Now that we've got it mainly colored. And hello, hello, welcome or welcome back. Be sure to say hello. We're adding in shadows of his pants. I'm so glad I picked the gray. It looks great. Okay. So this part of his pant would be all in shadow. So I'm going ahead and kind of coloring with more pressure so it's darker. But this part wouldn't be in full shadow. This would likely be in full shadow. Okay, I'm going to go over shadows real quick with, again, in the light color parts with this ice gray. And then I might add a little bit of that other gray color we're using just to bring out more definition of the shadows in this light color. This color, this one, light brownish gray, 190. I'm just doing a light bit, and I just kind of colored kind of hard, so it may not show up very well on your side. There. I think I'm gonna call it for his pants. Some shadow right there, and his little leg pits, knee pits. Okay, now, so on his image, he's not wearing this outfit, which I always find super disappointing. I would really like reference on what he's wearing. But I think I'm going to go with having some of this reddish brown color. And we have basically run out of room for keeping track of colors now on my color sheet, which is sad. So we're going to have to go on the back. But because I don't know, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I say it all the time. One sec. Okay. So we'll go start keeping track on the back of the page over here that way. And I will need this again. So I'm going to go ahead and work on coloring the little snail. I guess he's not really a little in reference to the whole picture. But I love him. So we're going to look at this. And his bottom part is light brownish. And then he's like dark gray. And that's kind of where we're going to go with it. His spots are lighter color than his body. So we're going to go ahead, put in the spot colors a little bit here. Just put some random ones. I think they may get covered, but if we press kind of hard, the color may not adhere to where we have pressed hard. Okay, so we're going to grab the dark, which is the lamp brown 194. We're just going to give him his shadows here. And again, the light is coming from this direction. So remember that he's not going to have a lot of shadow here, but we'll give him some shadow at the bottom so it looks like he's a little more rounded. And then on the very edge of his little antenna and his face. And of course, behind Mr. Fogarty's hands. I love how he drew his eye. The eye has like so much personality. It's almost like he's a little worried, but also curious. I'm not sure exactly how to say it, but it's super cute. I'm going to go a little bit hard right behind. Hard as in hard pressure, harder pressure, right by his little hands. A little harder pressure right at the base here. Okay, so then we're going to grab the 190 and yes, go ahead and do a light layer over everything here, including what we just colored. I can't wait to finish this page because, you know, there's so many pages to color, so little time. Okay, and I'm going to take the Ice Gray 287 and I'm going to go over top of everything as kind of the blending layer. There. Oh, we forgot about his tail back here. Oh, okay, so that would basically be all in shadow. So I'm going to do an even layer of the dark color, and then I'm going to go ahead and press kind of hard. I'm going to use the medium color here, and we're going to use that as the blender because not really other colors I think would show up. So then we got his underlayer, and that's more brown. So we're going to use the Ice Gray, and we're going to go find and do a layer. And then we're going to go find a nice brown that will fit with this. So I think I'm just looking at colors. I think 294 would be nice. I'm going to grab 293 and 294. See if we can't make those work. So I didn't really like the other browns that I saw. So we'll use the 293 as the shadow brown, so our darker brown color, and then we'll use the 293 as the lighter area. And this will be good here because it'll put a little definition between the little snail and Mr. Fogarty's pants. And this looks a little bit on the pink side, but I think it'll be fine. So this is our little shadow. And then we'll take the 293 and we'll go ahead and add that a little bit, but not too much. We want to keep the other, that light gray color we put in, we want that to show a little bit. And then since this is really in shadow, I'm going to go ahead and grab this light brownish gray. And I'm just going to go over it a little bit so it doesn't like stick out like a sore thumb. It's not quite dark enough. So I'm grabbing that other dark color we had. And we do the same in some areas here. So adorable. Okay. So that part of the snail is complete. So now I'm going to just write these colors down, of course. And with this color swatch book, I decided to put it, the back of the pages have dot grid. I don't know if you can, I don't think you can really see it. And so that makes them a little bit more usable if you wanted to write notes or whatever about the colors you're using, or even test out color combinations. I like this color, rust. It is not rust colored, but it's very pretty. And finally, can you believe we used so many colors on one little guy? So, snail. Now we gotta look at colors for his body. Now I'm going to probably put these away. I think I'll keep out these two colors just in case. I don't think I'll use them, but I'm gonna keep them out. We're gonna go ahead and put these other colors where they live. Why am I missing a blue? Oh, that was the dusky. No, I have no idea. I'm missing colors. I'm so confused. So, yeah, I don't know. It was the inky, which I don't know what I did with. Wasn't it? Yes, it was the inky gray. Oh, I think, no, I don't know. I don't know. You guys, I have no idea. Hello, hello. Be sure to say hi. We are working on this page from R.J. Hampson's book, A Frog's Tale. I'm Adrienne, and I've only been coloring in adult coloring books for a little while, but I've been doing art forever. Okay, so we're keeping track of our colors, and now I'm trying to choose colors. I don't want to introduce too many new ones, but I kind of want to do this nail similar to this. So we're going to look at what colors we have already, and I'm going to pick some from here. So I want to pick, let's see, can I get both on here? Kind of. Okay, so, oh, I can close the little bird now. How about that? Deep, deep, boop, 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 boop. There we go. So I'm looking at this. I'm looking at what I got already. I want to grab 183, 184, 297, and 298. So I think these are all in the brown area. $184, check. $297, check. I want 183, check. And did I say 298? I think so. Well, that's what I'm saying now. And 298, check. So I think I can get sort of the same effect with these colors. There is a little bit more of a red color here. So I think I'm going to grab 12 just in case I feel like I need it. And we'll add that in last, kind of. Well, we'll do a little bit as shadow, but then we'll add more in probably. Okay, so we'll start off with the 12 because I don't want too much, but I want some. So basically this whole side of him is going to be in shadow, but I don't want it to be so dark that it just looks like a dark blob, you know? So we'll just do a little bit of this red. There. I'm going to move on to some of the where I want the highlights to be. And we're going to use 297 as the highlight here. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of put that on. Thick is the wrong word, but medium pressure. Because this is where the sun would be touching him. Where are we? We are 1 hour in, and today I might have to leave early because we have an appointment at 1:30 for my husband, and that's important. Okay, so then I want to grab 184. Yes. So this is like kind of like the main shell color I'm kind of going for. And so I'm going to go ahead and color everywhere lightly with it, even a little bit over where we put the yellow. And then definitely this light layer should go over where we put the red as well. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit more of an overlap on the yellow. Excuse me. And we grabbed, what is this, 298. Ooh, yes. So this is a great mid color for a little bit of blending that yellow and brown together. And making it not so bright, that yellow. Hi, hello, be sure to say hi. If you're hanging out, I could use the company. We're just coloring. I know I had that. I don't remember what I was going to say. So this is ochre. This is 183. This is kind of a red brown. And we're going to use it like so as some more sort of shadow. I'm going to go over where we put the dark red with a somewhat decently hard pressure. Only in the spots like where it will be kind of really dark. We're going to use it to bring out the lines. Like so. Details, yes, bring out the details. This just made me remember when I used to run, like actual run for fun. I used to run for fun. And in Germany, when we lived in Germany, and my favorite thing was that Germany had all kinds of like walking paths that were really well maintained, and they were just public. They were all over the country, and they were just amazing. And I would run on this one that was close to post. My husband was in the army, and so close to post, and if it rained anytime, there would just be a ton of snails on the path, and it was a little bit disturbing. I'll go that far to say it was a little disturbing trying to avoid stepping on snails while you're running, and it's like sprinkling. But I tried my very best. I probably ended up stopped trying and just went home because I would rather not run than step on snails because they're cute, even though they can cause some destruction in your garden. So I'm going back to, where's that main brown? Here we go. That main brown we're using, and I'm going to do kind of a bit harder pressure. Sort of almost the final layer. So I think I'll take that dark red again and add a little bit more shadow definition. I'm trying so hard that we can be done today. Can you believe we've been doing this page for 7 sessions now? 7. That means, I know I ended some early, but mostly that means we've spent at least 12 hours on this page together. And I only did like a couple things, and I told you about them off camera. I think I like finished like that and some leaves or something. And yeah, so basically 12 hours on this page, and I really thought it wouldn't take this long. I thought it was going to be, oh, a relatively quick page because it's not very detailed, but alas, I take forever. Okay, so we are kind of coloring. So since I did press hard, I have to press a little bit hard for this red to show up at all. Going down here because that would be in shadow a little bit. And here. We're going to call that. He's so cute. Okay, so now I'll keep track of the snail color. Do you think I used too many colors? So, great. So that's done. Snail shell. So looking at his outfit, I like how he kind of matches. So I'm going to kind of, sorry, I just hit the camera. I'm going to kind of emulate that, but more on the red for his vest. Ooh, should it be his vest or should it be his undershirt? Oh, that is a very good question. His vest. So I'm going to take basically the same colors we used for the shell, but I'm going to use more of the red colors. He's our little dapper gentleman. What color shirt should he wear? Golly, I don't know. I find color decisions to be a little bit hard sometimes. Okay, so I did some decently medium pressure-ish for the shadow spots, and then because I want it to be that more of a red color, I'm going to color as light as I can on the rest of the what is this, vest. And then also I'm going to do the same for his bow tie. There. I don't know if I'm going to use the same red for gosh, the words, shadows. So I'm going to take the 183 ochre, and this is kind of going to be how we bring the two colors together. Coloring lightly where we did light, and then sort of the medium pressure where we did the shadows. So we're going to take one of the more brownie browns that we used on the shell, and we will also use it in his little vest. It kind of looks like leather, doesn't it? So I'm going ahead on this edge that looked really abrupt, and I'm doing tiny, tiny circles to kind of soften that edge. Now I'm going to take 184, which is cinnamon, and I'm going to sharpen it a little bit. And we are going to lightly again go over where we already put our light layers. We're going to also go over where we put our dark layers with a medium pressure. And make sure we got all those little white spots in the corners filled in. Make sure this line is not harsh. Same with this side, of course. Okay. Now, let me think here. I think I will take the 298. We're not going to be using the 297 because I don't want it super yellowy. But we're going to take the 298, and I think this will be the last layer. Oh, look what just happened. Oh, yeah, it's broken. Okay, pause this sound real quick so I can sharpen with my electric sharpener. 1 second. Okay, we're back. So I'm going to take the camel yellow, which apparently I like to use this a lot, and I'm going lightly first everywhere. And this will act kind of as where the light hits as well on his little, I guess we'll call it a leather vest because it kind of looks like leather. Pleather. He can have pleather. Oh, speaking of pleather, I remember pleather was kind of popular in the late 90s and early 2000s. And when I was in middle school, I had these black pleather pants. And I don't know why I wanted them so bad, but I thought I was so rad, right? I thought I was so cool, but I was such a tomboy. So I, of course, was like playing kickball or something with those pants on, and I kicked too high up and it ripped. They ripped right on the bum, and it was so embarrassing. And I had to beg my mom or somebody, I had to beg somebody to bring me some new pants. So it was like lunchtime, I think, lunch recess. Oh gosh, it was so embarrassing. Yeah, that's a thing that happened. Okay, so what color should we draw his shirt? Oh, I'm struggling. Oh, should we bring in more yellow? That might be cute. He is such a dapper gentleman. We will. But I'm going to just use this color that I have out. This is the iron yellow we were just using. And I'm going to just lightly color in his shirt. I don't know if we're going to do a whole bunch of layers on this because it might just be nice having it be this light. But of course, we will need some shadow. And we'll see where that takes us. Okay. He's so cute. Okay. I don't know. Is that the right choice? I colored it lightly for a reason. What do you think? It's not bad, but it's kind of bland. What color would you wear with gray striped pants? Honestly, I have no idea. Probably not yellow, but he's a frog. Is he color coordinated? Who knows? I don't know, guys. Okay, I see like the spot that I kind of missed on the snail here. Oh, I'm gonna say snail shell vest, obviously. And what color should we do a picnic blanket? I want to be done with. Oh, it's already almost 12:30. I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish today. Okay, I have to look up what a picnic blanket, like picnic blanket, looks like. Like I want. Do we want to do red? It would have to be like this dark red, but also some lighter red too. I don't think we're going to finish this. I am so disappointed. I'm just looking at some picnic blankets and how they're colored and everything. I don't know, Irene. I haven't decided. I was going to see what things look like with the picnic blanket colored, and then maybe bring in similar, like the similar reds that I would use. There's a lot of decision making and my brain is a little bit tired of making decisions. And I just, oh, it's such a hard decision to make. We might have to leave this just until next time so I can think. Oh, I really didn't want to extend this longer. I don't think we're going to be able to finish all of it in a half hour. Since I don't know yet, we'll work on some shadows for his shirt. I need to find I think I'll grab 298 for some shadow for his shirt. Must find it. Oh my goodness. I'm not seeing it. 293. Do I already have it out? I shouldn't have it out. I should probably have it out. What color were we going for? 298. It's not in the yellows. I know that. Struggle. $298 between 60 and 37. Of course, it's not there. So I have it out. Okay, I'm 100% ridiculous. Okay. And that's why I should put away my colors every time. Okay, so we are going ahead and we are doing light shadow with the 298. Although I'm still not 100% sold on this being the color of his shirt, but I'm so tired of making decisions. Oof. What color would you make his shirt? No one has said anything. Okay, and so we're going to do a little bit darker shadow right there, but then there will probably be a decent amount of shadow all over his shirt because of the way the light's coming, or all over the tummy of his shirt. The way the light's coming in and how he's situated. Adding some shadow for his folds on the underneath of the arm, of course. And on the inside of this arm. Because actually, the shell is probably making a little bit of shadow on him. Okay. Oh boy. I need to see how other people colored this picnic blanket. Hey, Stacy. I'm struggling to decide, which makes me struggle to pick other colors. I'm going to do another light layer of the iron yellow. I guess I'm kind of solidifying his yellow shirt. Struggling, Stacy. I'm struggling to decide colors of the picnic blanket. I was thinking about traditional, the red kind of striped, but honestly, I'm like looking at picnic blankets online and I have no idea how I would color that. No clue. Here, I'll share what I'm looking at here. Like, there's just, I don't know. I was going to do like a darker red with it. And then some lighter red. But then I saw like something like this, which is very, that's, this and this is like what I picture as picnic blankets. But I just obviously there's only some lines. So how can we incorporate more lines into it? That's a good question. Okay, so we're just going to dive in, all right? We got 30 minutes left. I'm going to grab 12. And we're going to say that the lines already existing interesting. What's sashing? Don't know what sashing is. I was going to say that these were going to be the white or light lines. And then we're going to add in this as the dark line. Do our best here. Oh my goodness. Benjamin's food thing just went off and he's unsure. Oh. Yep, there he goes. Okay, so these will be the dark lines that we see. Oh, the lines between the squares. Okay. And then each square kind of has something like this. Okay. Just going ahead and doing a little darker pass over on these lines we just drew. Okay. Now, and you see it's got some blue. Okay, so those lines, they do go through the white. Yeah, I guess I'm creating a plaid picnic blanket. Are you coloring a mermaid with a tail? Okay, I'm going ahead. I'm going to go over picnic blankets in my head are plaid. And apparently they are also on Google. So, and I think we're going to do the same pattern to the best of our ability on the blankie that he's got in his little, we'll do it a little bit lighter, I think. Okay. Now, there's, oh yay! Now there's some blue in this and very dark color. Do we want to also add dark? Maybe. I mean, I know we did the dark red, but I think I want to add even darker. And then, so I'm going to do 13. I think it'll look nice. 13, and then we need the blue color, which I don't want to do 91. I think I'll do like 270 instead. If I can find where it lives. It's right. Somewhere. Right somewhere. Is that it? Yes. Okay. So we grabbed the 13 for the dark, and I'm just adding that for funsies because I can. And I think it'll look neat right by this red. Maybe. And we're using decently hard pressure here. And light pressure in the white because I'm not sure how I want to go about that quite yet. We know it's there. We just don't know how it's going to turn out yet. Oh, I've been watching The Rookie. Binge watching, if we want to go there. I like it. I love like cop shows. I don't know. Cop shows, fire people shows. We're going to pretend that goes here. Okay. Now, I'm going to grab the blue. And we'll do this on the opposite side here, like this, but right by where we'll do the white. And we're just going to do decently hard everywhere, even over the white sections. Hard pressure, that is. So I was coloring a page the other day, and I was thinking about how I was frustrated that the lines didn't meet up. And a lot of people I know are doing, their coloring pages using Procreate, which is a drawing program on an iPad, and that's what I use and everything. And I was like, why don't they just draw it connecting, and then you can just erase it? Like, it's so easy, and I will be less frustrated because it's all about me, obviously. No, I just, thinking about how other people think about things, and it's weird. Okay, so now that's like the colors. You watched Your Name is Otto on Netflix the other night. It was so good. Oh, that's been coming up, and I haven't decided. Well, usually my husband does the remote because I really just hate picking. Or do we want to do bright ass red? Or, yeah, kind of. Or do we want to go with like a red brown? No, we got to do a little bit brighter. Yep, we're going to have to just do red. Red is 008. And I pretty much use it a lot. I'm surprised it is as long as it is. Benjamin, do you want back up on your shelf? Okay. There you go. Sorry, Benjamin was staring at me because he's like, I can't jump up on your desk because all your crap is in the way. And I'm going to go ahead. We're going to lightly color in between where we have the white. Because then we're going to decide exactly what we're going to do with the white spots. And we're coloring over everything that we colored already, because that's how plaid is. And I have no idea where stuff is over here. Doing my best choices. Okay. Here. Gosh. Here. Here. All right. So we're looking, and the white is basically, the lightness of the red. So we're going to, but lighter because it's white plus red. So we're going to do very lightly, and we're going to make sure and not cover the crossing points, which aren't very many. And we will color the red darker in the center of the squares. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. I'm going to leave the outside white. Sounds like a good plan. There. So now we will go ahead and color in. And I'm not pressing all the way. I'm doing kind of like, I don't even know if I'm doing medium pressure. I'm just making it darker here. Making sure there's a difference between this white red and the main red. Oh, I'm so disappointed we're not going to be able to finish today. And it's because of the appointment. I won't be able to go overtime. Ooh, I kind of love it. So we kind of left this guy out, and that's because I forgot. So instead of doing everything so intricately, I am going to add in the blue line, but just right by these dark red ones. But we're not going to be as precious about it. I'm going to go ahead and make these lines a little darker so we can see them. And they're like matching blankets. I'm going to take the red, do a similar thing, but I'm not going to worry too much. About darkness and lightness. And we're going to just kind of leave it. Okay, I'm going over all of it. We're going to leave it kind of like so. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take this darker red. This is the 12, and I'm going to add shadow. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to try to avoid where we colored white, but not the light white pink. Dark right by himself. This would be in shadow too. Probably some back here. Okay. And because I'm too lazy to find a different color, I'm going to grab this Dusky Chocolate 293. And I'm going to very lightly use that as the shadow on the white sections. Very good. Wait. Oh, wait. Okay, we can finish. We can finish, guys. We can freaking finish, right? Okay, I gotta figure out, what is this? Is this an almond or is it a leaf? You tell me. I need your help. Tell me, almond or leaf that the mouse is holding. We are on a time crunch now with 15 minutes to go. And I'm going to do his tie is a little bit brighter red. I'm going to use the 12 as shadow color. Oh my gosh, we're going to finish this. We're going to finish it. I think there's one thing I probably will do without you guys, and that is just like, I just planned to outline everything in a blue, you know, kind of like, I might, if I finish this here, I might be able to start it. And I was thinking about if I was going to add white highlights, but I think I decided I don't feel like it. And white highlights mean like with a paint. Mice are very opportunistic. if it was a tasty leaf, they would take it. But I'm with you on the almond. Okay, so we're going to take this 293. I'm going to put a light color. I'm going to take the camel yellow 298. We're going to do another light layer here. And I'm going off almond color from my head. 184. And then we're going to use 183 as kind of the shadow. There. Great, we got it. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at we got done. We got it done. Okay, so now the final addition would be me picking a blue color to outline with because I just really like the way that looks. Now, I usually pick like something around here, but I'm a little bit wary because I don't want to run out of those colors. Because I love them. I'm going to look at 89 and 92. And then I'll just kind of, okay, 89, 92. I'm going to go with 92. Okay. So, kind of show you what my plan is for outlining. And I am so excited. Oh, my husband just got off work so that we could go to his appointment. And so basically, I wasn't going to outline. I was going to maybe outline here, but not anything down here because we did the green. But basically, I was just going to outline like so. And then the other decision I want to make is one I did is I colored in this all the way on ones that, you know, were in a hole like this. You should pack up your machine. But I'll make that decision later. And I don't think you guys need to watch that necessarily. And so I'll fill you in on my group. Hey, Irene, if you aren't part of the Facebook group and you want to be, look up Friends of AdrienneSmith.Artist. I have all the links linked up earlier. And I think it's a fun group. I'm still building it. It's very small. So that's the thing. It'll be a great place to get updates on more lives. If I'm going to do more lives, if I do more lives, I think I will do them later in the day. I did not get great participation for this time of day, which is, it's understandable, but I was trying to have the time be good for my Finnish friend who is 6 or 7 hours ahead. Okay, so I'm going to get going and I will see you guys next time. I appreciate your time. And Friends with AdrienneSmith.Artist. If you scroll up in the comments, I put all the links to everything in the first comments. But I must go for this appointment, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.